Tonight on DFI Magic Themes, we'll be talking about legal pages. It's that Friday feeling again. Good evening to all of you. First in the room tonight was Mark, followed by Laurie, followed by Paul, Stefan, Steve, who else we got in? Bob, Barry, and also Kurt. Welcome this evening to the Live for You, where we'll be going over legal pages and how important they are to have them on your website. All that and lots more. So we're going to get going very, very soon. Well, hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, all that jazz. Hope everyone's had a wonderful week. Another week's gone past very, very quickly, isn't it, Robert? Where do the weeks go?
Hey, happy Friday, everybody.
Oh, I love it. Your new catchphrase. Every week, you know, you got to do that. I forgot you're going to do that.
I'm going to try, It depends. It seems like yesterday was Friday, so I don't
know. Where's the year gone? I mean, I can't believe we're already in October. And for those that are superstitious, it's Friday the 13th. Nothing's gone wrong for me so far. But that's saying that Zoom's probably going to crash, and we're going to go off air now. No luck. But are you superstitious, Robert?
Coming back next Friday.
Are you superstitious at all?
I am. My father was very, very superstitious about things.
Yeah.
And it kind of rubbed off on me. It's just certain ones. And
my mum, when I was a kid, she used to say to me, when I was running along a wall, she said, if you fall off that wall and break both your legs, don't come running to me. How could I go running to her? I've broken both my legs. If you keep pulling that face of the wind change, you'll stay like it. We've stayed like it ever since. So, But
yeah,
and then the funniest one of all I remember was my mum would say, look at your face. And I go, I haven't got a mirror. Right. And she'd say, your face is, this is, when I was about 10, she used to go, your face is really mucky. She'd reach in a handbag, pull out the dirtiest tissue, gob on it and rub it all over my face. I mean, what's that about? Just bizarre, isn't it? That's life for you. Anyway, let's see what's in the chat. If you play basketball and you are riding on a bus and you cross over the railroad tracks or pass a graveyard, you have to raise your feet off the floor or you'll never get another hit. Oh, what a face. You should have saved that for Halloween. Thank you, Steve, Mr. Dimmock. And Laurie's laughing away. So there we go.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, who's Laurie?
Yeah, well, she's been away for a little while, and we know she's listening while driving from A to B, you see.
And C and D.
She's probably got one of those sat navs that you miss your turning. It says, do a U-turn when possible. I tried doing that on a motorway and got done by the police, so don't listen to your sat nav. That's what I say.
No, drive safe, Laurie. We're just playing.
Yeah, do drive safely.
Tonight is a serious topic because we forget the importance of things that the FTC and the powers to be that let us be on the internet. And I don't know about the rest of the world, but I'm going to tell you that in the United States, anyone can sue anyone for any reason. And it doesn't matter whether you did something wrong or you thought you did something wrong or you didn't. You have to go fight that and prove yourself innocent if somebody else decides they want to sue you. And I'm talking, it's across the board. It's medical, it's slip and falls, it's, the ambulance did the wrong thing. And I'm not saying that there isn't a place that warrants, different lawsuits, because there's many things that we do or that we get into that people get hurt and there's no reason for it. However, when it comes to the internet, if you guys are not thinking about your legal pages, you're leaving yourself wide open. And what happens if the FTC, especially when it comes to anything about making money or commissions or affiliate commissions, anything like that, you have to have disclaimers that you're telling people you will make a commission selling something. And sometimes a verbal disclaimer is fine. We can say, well, if you click this link, I'll make a little bit of commission. It doesn't cost you that extra money, but it's always best to have it written on the websites. So that being said, we're going to cover legal pages. We're not attorneys. We're not giving legal advice here. This is for educational purposes only. And I say that because it's in the recording. Because when these recordings are played back, we didn't come across like we were attorneys giving you legal advice on how to set up legal pages. That's not what we're here. We're here to say this is how you do that, but you have to go seek legal professional help to make sure that you're doing the legalities correctly for your individual niches. And I say that because if you're selling widgets, you might need a disclaimer for that. If you're selling blue widgets, you might need a different disclaimer for that. If you're selling medical widgets, you better have a medical disclaimer, because that's another whole world of trouble that if you don't cover yourself, you can get in a lot of trouble. In the home industries business, we're really doing lead generation, and we're not actively selling something that they're coming to the website, but it's still the best practice to make sure you have legal pages.
I agree with you on that, Robert. And yeah, we now live in an IM world, AI world, I should have said. And we got ChatGPT that can help you write some of this stuff, but it's still advisable, even after you've written your pages, to try and find someone who knows the legal terminology to make sure that there's something, because ChatGPT can't be 100% trusted. They even have a disclaimer on their own website saying some content that ChatGPT gives out may not be accurate. So it's important that when it comes to these legal pages, that you absolutely, if you're going to use ChatGPT and you write something up, then find someone who understands the terminology just to read over it. If you're someone that's just starting out and you really can't afford to get someone legal to look over your content for you, then go and look at other websites and what they're doing, grab their content, put it on a document and adjust it for yourselves, but then take it and get ChatGPT to reword it so that it's not identical, because legally you could technically get done for copying someone else's legal information. And whilst you may take their company name out and put your own company name in, I think it's better to, go through it, put all your data in, and then say, ChatGPT, just reword this for me, and it'll just take it and reword it. So Barry says, I got mine written by a lawyer I used, cost me £700, which is probably closer to $800-900, but it's really worth it. Absolutely. And the thing to remember as well, once you've done it once, you can use that content again and again and again. So you can put it across all your websites, depending on what you're in, and have it tweaked. you know. Plus, then it's your own legal content. You know, when you're running a business at the end of the day, you have to sometimes spend some money out to safeguard it and make sure you're all okay, you know. But that said, there are other ways of doing these things. And
I'll just want to say something about Barry there. In his niche, it's even more important that he go directly to get legal advice, because he is in the finance legal niches, right? So you better have your T's crossed and your I's dotted.
yeah, at the same time, there are companies out there that will do legal packs. So, like, if you want a contract written between you and a customer, find a company that will do that. Will do up your legal pages for you, a whole bunch of stuff, and then negotiate with them and get more than one quote. Always get more than one quote, you know. So that's the advice. Steve says, I have my lawyer review what I had cobbled together by looking at my competitors. This was cheaper than having the lawyer start from scratch. Absolutely. There are services online for good prices, Don says. Absolutely as well. And if you're trying to get hold of me, this is Mr. Dimmock saying, if you're trying to get hold of me, no longer on Facebook, because he got put in Facebook jail. So he decided to deactivate his account, which I've heard a few people doing that. I mean, I got put in Facebook jail myself, but I found a way around it to get out of it. The only reason I am on Facebook isn't for family stuff. It's for business purposes. And, you know, and that's the main reason why I do, you know, why I'm on there, and I'm careful with what I do, because now that I'm hearing stories of people having their accounts locked down from just putting a picture of a dog up. Well, there we go. So anyway,
Well,
back to
this kind of repeats again from last week, you know, and I used the synopsis of the repair of my truck. Just was being stubborn about it and wanted to do it myself. Anyways, long story short, I got help and I got it fixed. So legal stuff, you know, it's the same thing again. If you want to become a lawyer, great. Or if you know an attorney, great. But you still got to cover yourself. And I don't care, for me, as long as you put something up, at least it's an attempt to cover what the FTC and powers to be want to make sure that, especially privacy policy, the terms and conditions, you know, terms of service, that you're not having children do things on your website and you're not covering yourself. There's just so much stuff out there that you can get in trouble with. So as long as you're attempting to get something up there that covers the basis, you're doing the right thing. And the harder you look into it, depending on your niche, like we repeat, Barry's in a finance niche. That's very important. You cover yourself legally there. If you're doing medical sales of any sort, you've got to cover yourself with medical disclaimers on your website. If you're doing any types of sales whatsoever as an affiliate, you really need to have an affiliate disclaimer that you're making money on a small piece of money on every sale made, right? You're telling the people buying on the site that you're going to make some money on whatever they buy. But at the end of the day, we wanted to cover this to make sure that you guys go out and do the right thing for your business by putting legal pages on your website. And we're going to show you an easy way to do it, like we do. But then you take that to the next level and you go seek legal advice and get it to the level of what you're at, depending on the niche that you're in.
Yeah. So
fair enough.
Earlier on, Robert, but you put together a video on putting together your legal pages on your WordPress site.
I did.
Are you wanting to share that now, or
I'm willing to share that now.
Yeah, share away then. Mark says
right.
FTC GDPR ADA is like playing Scrabble. Yeah, it is at times. But the thing is, if you know, with any of this, I was talking to a company the other day about GDPR, and in Europe it's a complete and utter joke because they don't fine you if you're doing something that's against that rule. They'll come and talk to you and work with you to try and correct what you're doing wrong. So I think ADA is more important with disabilities and stuff like that, and making sure your site's suitable for most people. But here we go. Robert's got it lined up. And
can everybody see the screen okay?
I can, yeah.
And we'll just check volume when we started. If you can't hear it, let me know.
Yeah, I will.
This week for the Handyman site, we are going to record the process of adding legal pages. So first of all, we're going to the dashboard. We're going to go to plugins, add new, and we're going to upload a plugin that we use. Now, we are not affiliate with this plugin, and you have to search Google and find whatever legal plugins you want to use for your site. It's very important that you do the legal research. We are not in any means telling you to use this plugin, and you want to make sure you have the right legal pages and disclaimers on your site for the FTC and so on. So anyways, we're going to use this plugin. Install now. Activate. And there we go. So we're going to go into the plugin. Going to name the domain name. Put your state. We're going to enable on this build the one-click install of all the pages. We're going to let them all go. We're not going to do medical, but we're going to enable the cookie bar. We'll leave it the default. Save changes. And here's our legal page residing at this URL. And it went ahead and filled in the local. You want to read through this. You want to make sure that it's correct in what it's saying, and that it's got the right addresses. And that's it. That's all you have to do to create your legal pages. But you know the homework is finding that you have the correct information and the correct legal pages and disclaimers for your business. And we are not attorneys and cannot give legal advice, so that's on you to go out and research that for yourself. Now, the one last thing that we do also is we add this to a legal page itself. So these are already all done individually. So we'll take this link. So I grab that here. Go back to the site. Pages. see how that comes out. Update. Page, open link. And there, it's on the legal as well as, it's actually legal all over again, isn't it? So they're both the same link. Anyways, hope this helps, and we'll talk to you soon. So the point of showing that, even though it was the same link that was created, the sites that we build come with a legal page preset for you to put your legal pages on it. And it can be different depending on what you've done or what plugin you use. So either use the legal page that's preset, or you can delete that page, but just make sure you put legal pages on the site. The plugin I didn't show could also do individual pages as a physical privacy, a physical, each one of them individually that you can install on the site. But at the end of the day, you need yourself covered one way or another. Either it's a legal page with everything on it, or individual pages for privacy terms of service and all your disclaimers. You can do either or both. But at the end of the day, just make sure the content of the legal page is covering you in case something goes horribly wrong, or you're doing something that the FTC doesn't like, or the powers to be.
Absolutely. And say us to add to that, on our builds, we have a legal page, as Robert said. And the other reason you want to copy that content onto that page is whilst that product overtakes the legal page, there is still a page in the background sat there that may have been indexed. So by putting that content in, just pasting it onto that page means that then it's another reference page rather than just delete it and then you get a 404 error, which can happen. But no, that's really good, Robert, and it's really important just to make sure you read through the content. If you're happy with it, then leave it up. But normally we say get some sort of legal advice from somewhere, just to be on the safe side. That legal product is a product of Mark Hess's. We're not an affiliate of it in any way, but it's a very quick and easy plugin to use. You have to go and search it online if you want to be able to go and get it.
And every day there's another plugin made. Every day there's another product out there to cover legal entities, and
yeah,
it's another business in a box for just supplying people with legal entities for their websites.
Yeah. Now, say I want to talk about this week. A few weeks back, I mentioned a product called Task Magic. Now, anyone who uses Zapier and you pay monthly for it for Zaps, Task Magic now have a lifetime deal. This is finished on AppSumo, but if you go to dfimagicthings.com/TM for Task Magic, they have actually got a lifetime deal on their front page still, and they've just launched their own version of their servers, which they call Buttons, and they're currently running that at half price. And they're basically they're aiming for Zapier because the guy who owns Task Magic had some problems with Zapier, and you know, all of his things erroring. One thing I'll give Task Magic, it's due. It's still rather new. It's had some minor bugs, but when you raise the bug issues with them on their task list, they do work through them. On their app, it says report a bug. But I want to share my screen because I wanted to show you one of the things with Zapier. The issue that you have with Zapier is sometimes you want to do something on your browser, right? So in other words, in Zapier, you can say, take this from this Google Sheet, copy it here, please, or create something inside of OpenAI where you're using your API key. And now you've done that, I want now to copy this into a Google Sheets. Well, the nice thing about this, I'm just going to admit, there you go. So with this, it's got a guided system. It's got apps which are adding more and more, and they got templates. So this is just a simple example. Is we click on guided, and it's going to load up in a minute window, which I'm just waiting for it to load. Occasionally, this takes a bit longer. If it doesn't load, I will redo it. Cancel that recording for a minute. Give me a moment. Try this. I've got so many apps on. I've had so many apps open today, Robert. I'm just going to close Task Magic a minute. We'll reopen it again because occasionally my computer freezes it.
Well, you're fiddling there. I just wanted to add that, we are doing the build of the local handyman case study site, right? And we're doing it at a snail's pace, piece by piece, week by week. And we don't want to do it in an overwhelming fashion, but we want to give the information so that it does get recorded, that it does end up in the members area. But at the same time, it's a constant reminder that you guys should be building new sites all the time. And, the handyman site is hovering between page 1 and page 2, and we still haven't finished the build. So it's just a matter of time.
I was trying to get it in. Let's admit Sarah.
I got it.
Cool. Right. Okay, right, it's loaded now. So if let's say you want to go and scrape something from the internet, what's great with this recording is we can go to Google. Wait for it to catch up for itself a minute. Copy that. Let's put the URL in here. Save this and go to the URL. Right. So let's go and do a search. Let's actually, a better idea is ClickBank. Actually, I think might be enough. Oh, Amazon. Let's do Amazon because I did one earlier with Amazon. I had a bit of fun with Amazon. So let's go and do a search for. Do hats. So the nice thing about this system is we can come in here and add a step in here and we can scrape content. And I say a list of items. And so I can now come in here and click on items that I want this to scrape. So I wanted to scrape here, this box area here, this box area here, and I'll pick one more. Oh, and that one there. So now I've scraped, it's going to scrape pretty much any of this information along here straight away. Now, if I click the save button, confirm, and we'd just say I'm done for the moment on this, and what I should do, I forgot to add the URL in for Amazon. So let's go and do a search for Amazon a minute again. Amazon, just Amazon on its own. Apps. You can put other steps in here, like from a Google Sheet, it will type hats in here for you. There's lots of tutorials with this, but this is just a quick demo of one of the things it can do. So I'm now going to edit this step, and I'm going to change the URL. Click save. So when I play the step now, it's going to go onto that URL and hopefully scrape many hats. Just give it a moment or two. And then we got the output here. And here's all the content it scraped from that page for you. You can select more than one box. And then following their training, you can output this to a Google spreadsheet instantly. Like I said, they've got different triggers. So the trigger setup on here, you'd pick a Google Sheet. And every time you type in a keyword on a Google Sheet like hats, it'll go to Amazon if you put the Amazon URL in, and it will search for hats on Amazon, and then it will save them into here, and then it can upload them to a Google Sheets. Other little ideas that I'm looking to play with it. You can add what's called a proxy server, which is multiple IP addresses. And I'm testing in the week, and I'll give results out later of it going to view videos of your own. So you could go and view a video using a proxy IP address. Once he's gone to look at that video, it then counts as a view to help boost your engagement up. So this is just one of the features it's got. And then, like I said, inside of here, if we come back and we do a new one, get rid of that. They've got apps in here. This some of the features you have to go to the top package, which is just, I think it's just below $400 to get the top package from them. But we can do a new workflow, and they've said anyone who's got Zapier, they're planning on putting into place to help everyone get their Zaps moved over to this system. But there's like, automate a blog writing with AI step-by-step guide. You can use that template. What I love about this is how it can use ChatGPT. So you can program it to say, go to ChatGPT, type something in that I've put on a spreadsheet, and give me the result on another spreadsheet. So RSS ChatGPT and tweet it. So you could do your social media stuff with this. Tweet new posts with ChatGPT. There's different things, and they're adding more and more features as they go along with this. But I love the guided recordings that I can do what I want. And then they've also got, like I said, the online version. So when you start your application up, you can turn it on. You can say from cloud or from desktop. So if you don't want to run the app with the on-screen clicking from your desktop, run it from cloud, but they charge, currently it's half price, so it's like $14-15 a month. And it's like thousands of, I think it's 50 hours to start with. Plus, if you're on the top tier, I think you get even more hours. So it's thousands of Zaps that you can end up getting. But I just want to share that with people because I know a few of you got the AppSumo deal. We are an affiliate, and if anyone goes through dfimagicthings.com/TM for Task Magic, then we get a small commission. Open and honest about that. But I've been playing around with it, and it's a really nice tool to mess around with.
Professor Steve, I have a question.
Yeah.
That was a great presentation, but there's some people that are going, what the heck is this for? So this is for automation. So think about, but do I need it now?
The only reason I say you might want to consider getting it now is it's not that their AppSumo Tier 4 plan isn't going to be around forever. No, it's gone off of AppSumo already. You can't get it from AppSumo. You can buy it directly from them. Right? So why would you want it? Well, if you go and buy it and you don't sign up on the monthlies, that's fine, because the monthlies are just a bonus thing to run things in the cloud, basically. But think about this in your line of work. If you are doing the same tasks every single day, where you click, a number of steps every day. A good example. I've started automating accounts. So when I get a sale that comes in on a particular platform, it will copy the data from that sale to a Google Sheets. It will then take that Google Sheets and upload the content to another platform, which is saving all the financial information. And it's that bridge between that it's going to do. But like, if you want to send stuff out to your accountant, I hate doing my accounts, and I've tried different platforms. I've tried QuickBooks and couldn't get on with it. Just didn't work right for me. And my accountant said, I just need a list of your transactions that have come in. Well, guess what? That can go over to my PayPal. It can get my latest information and then put it into a spreadsheet for me that goes straight to my accountant, and then my accountant deals with it for me. And I leave that on automation for me. Social media is another example. If you want social media posts to go out daily onto your Facebook page, but you don't want to be doing the work, well, you set up a Google Sheet, you put a keyword on that Google Sheet that then bounces over into Task Magic. Task Magic takes that keyword and aligns, says, write me a post about XYZ. It'll write it, and then TaskMagic will grab that and then send it over to Facebook and other social media channels for you.
I agree 100% with, if you guys aren't thinking about automation, you're never going to be able to catch up. And unfortunately, the automations themselves are all a major distraction to go out and figure out one automation versus another automation to connect this, to connect this, to connect this. But if we didn't have it, and Steve didn't set a lot of those things up that we are automated on, we couldn't keep up. There's just too many things that are happening all the time. So is it a point that you need this in your business right now? It's hard to say where you're going and what you're doing individually, but we come here every week to answer questions and try to bring information that we find, we use, we share to bring you further along with whatever level you're at. And that's the point of this Friday call.
Yeah. I just want to say, Mark said a moment ago, is this software an Andy and Kurt release? No, it's not. This software is a guy called Jeremy. You can search him. You can search for TaskMagic on YouTube. There are loads of tutorials on how to do stuff, and it's really good. Sarah says, question, so TaskMagic will rewrite content for social media posts, or you combine what you create in ChatGPT with TaskMagic? Yeah, so basically, think about this. You see a post on someone else's site that you want. Instead of manually copying that and pasting it into ChatGPT, then taking it from ChatGPT and put it up on your social media channels, TaskMagic will do all that for you. And the great thing is as well, a lot of Zapier and Pabbly Connect are still great products, by the way, but you have to use OpenAI with them that costs you money for using the API key system. With this, because it's visual, it's going to take the content. You can use the free version of ChatGPT if you don't want ChatGPT 4, and it'll take the content and just write a line saying, please rewrite this for me. In column A of your spreadsheet. Column B is the content, and then you automate with ChatGPT to take that and put that into from TaskMagic into ChatGPT. When it's done it, TaskMagic will grab it and then send it wherever you want it to go to. So it's a great little product. It's going to be here for years to come, and they want to take a big cherry of the Zapier market. And just a question to everyone in here, all right? Put one in the chat if you regret never getting the lifetime deal from Zapier when they launched it. I think they launched it on AppSumo originally, because I didn't buy it. I didn't think I needed it at the time, and I regretted not getting the lifetime deal from it. I was going, oh no, you know, and it's not great. So it's just another tool that we wanted to share with people. Only get it if you can afford it. That's what we always say to people. And if you are getting it, we'd much appreciate you get it through our link. But if you don't, you go direct. That's still cool. You know, we're not here to force softwares down your throat, but it's something I'm using in my business now, and it's going to be improving as it goes along. They've already done it. Since I bought it, they've done about 6 or 7 updates already, if not more. And they're very approachable. You can comment on their videos, and Jeremy, who owns the software, he will respond back. If you look at some of the videos, I've been putting comments on them, and they respond back to every single one. I mean, what other business can you do that? So, Robert and Steve, question: with all the great third-party tools that you share with us over the past many months, have you ever created a master list of all those tools? Funny enough, that's a great idea, Sarah, and we should put a list together and get it into our members area, which is really good. Is there anything else you want to add, Robert? Because we are going to say good night to all the free groups.
Well, every week, like I said, we come in here, we try to share to help. We also know that a lot of people are struggling to get started. And this is why we have created a safe place to come to be able to ask your questions and get involved with what you want to do in your business. But if you don't take action, you don't start moving forward, you're going to stay right where you're at. So find a comfortable place that you feel like you know, like, and trust someone to get answers to your questions and move forward. Take that first step and move forward, because time goes by, and a day becomes a week, becomes a month, becomes a year. And before you know it, you should have taken action and you could have been 10 years ahead of where you are. So keep listening, keep tuning in, put your foot in the water. So at some time, test the water where you want to go. But if you don't have a goal, you don't have a focus, then you're just jumping from one thing to the next. You're never really going to get in the groove to move forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, we're going to say good night to all the freebie groups, and we're going to go to the inner circle only. If you're, by the way, just before we do disappear, if you are thinking of getting into the rank and rent industry, go to dfimagicthemes.com, because you can now get started with our agency site for $97 a month, and that gets you up and running with our build, rent, rank training and all sorts of stuff. So, and if you are sat on the fence, tag us. We're always happy to do a call with you and have a chat about your requirements in this industry. In the meantime, we will
I'm going to say one thing before you move forward. We're doing that now to be dual purpose, because we want to give people the opportunity to talk to us, but at the same time, giving ourselves the opportunity to talk to the people to make sure that we're the right fit for them.
Yeah.
Because if your goals aren't aligned with what we're doing, we're going to tell you you're going the wrong direction. So we're not it. We don't fit where you want to go. But if there's rank and rent, or there's lead generation for local business, we're the fit.
Yeah. But if you want to join the inner circle, you can go to dfimagicthemes.com, live for you, and all the free groups. We will see you same time, same place next week.